Swimming like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank.
Hey everybody, welcome to our post-show wrap-up video here on the Central Pennsylvania Shrimp Tank. I'm your host, as always, Nathan Abode, and I'm sitting beside my man, Mark, who is the owner of the beautiful venue we're in here, which is the historic King Mansion, right down on Front Street in Harrisburg, also the owner of K&W Engineers. We just got done interviewing him on our full podcast where we learned everything about the history behind the engineering firm, how this business of the historic King Mansion came to be, which was really more random than it was originally the design, but learned really about Marc's commitment to, in both organizations, culture, employee engagement, and being a visionary and caring and committing to the community. So please go to our website at shrimptankpodcast.com/centralpa to catch a full replay of that broadcast. If you're on Facebook right now, click that like button, share this. We want to get the message of the King Mansion and Marc everywhere. So click that share button and click that follow button. You can find us on Instagram and LinkedIn as well. But you're not here to hear from me. You're here to hear from Marc. So Marc, why don't you introduce yourself and just give a little background about yourself, and then we're going to focus on the King Mansion for today's episode.
Sure thing. Yeah, so I'm Marc Karowski, 20-year Harrisburg resident. Actually grew up in the Reading area, moved here in about 1999, give or take. Civil engineer by education and trade. Was happily charging down the civil engineering path until just a few years ago when I moved my engineering business here into the city, into King Mansion, and all of a sudden then also became a wedding and events guy. So it's been kind of an interesting ride for sure, and quite honestly probably still at the beginning of it in a lot of respects. So good stuff and fun.
Well, I think you were telling the story about how you were buying the building for the purpose of space for your firm, your engineering firm, and the guy you bought the building from made an offhand comment about inquiries about wedding events, and you said it just clicked and you saw the vision for it. Newly finished, so you did a couple events, but as of February, fully renovated, and you guys can all see this is beautiful back here. This is the groomsman space. There's a gorgeous bridal suite on the other side, which is just phenomenal. So,
thank you.
But talk us through that a little bit. The vision behind, like you said, it just clicked. What clicked, and then talk about a little bit how you made that happen to get to where you're at today.
Sure. Again, so like the gentleman I bought the business from, or the building from, had mentioned that he had gotten married here, and then periodically he gets just kind of a random request, and it resonated. And as I'm walking through the building and the grounds, because we're right here on Front Street, we have this lovely view of the river. We get a beautiful sunset coming across the front of the building, every nice sunny day. And it just seemed to make sense, like this is a great layout for that type of a gig, whether it's a wedding or a corporate event or whatever. So then I was fortunate enough to have a contracting partner that I've worked with. We're friends. He's a client. I'm a client of his. Engaged him to do the construction work, and also an architectural client of ours through the engineering business. Had an interior designer. Jessica was amazing. She asked me enough questions to kind of get my vision of what we wanted to do, and then she just implemented, and she crushed it. We really wanted to maintain kind of the historic look outside, but then we went totally, 92% modern indoors, right? So we like that juxtaposition. They all, the contractors, the architect, the interior designer, everybody, I'm just fortunate to have had the right team, and they smoked it. I couldn't be happier with the outcome.
Yeah. So talk a little bit about what you're able to or would like to be able to host at this venue, at least today, and then we're going to talk a little bit about maybe some of the ideal future vision. But today, what all kind of stuff do you host?
Sure. So we are, we have a ballroom. We can host indoor weddings, probably about 150 seated guests. Outdoors, we have the great lawn. We've done tented events there. We've got some traffic coming in through the back of the building.
That's what happens when you go on site.
There's always somebody moving through the building.
It's authentic.
So then outdoors, we do tented events, we do ceremonies outdoors, but really weddings are kind of our primary focus, but we are really pushing hard and moving into corporate events. So again, we can host in our ballroom, here in the groom suite. We've done fundraisers, we've done nonprofits, we've done political events. We just love to get people of all walks of life in and through the building. So that's our focus right now is weddings, followed closely by corporate events. That's our big push.
Awesome. Well, I'm a testament a little bit to that because we actually just hosted an event earlier here this morning, and about 6 or 8 weeks ago, Joy, I forget when it was, but about 6 or 8 weeks ago, we were ready to sign a contract for the event at the country club, and I happened to be at another smaller event here the day we got the contract, and on my way home I called Joy and I said, cancel the contract, we have to do it down here.
Awesome.
I mean, this embodies really what the shrimp tank is all about, right? It's things that were born and raised in central Pennsylvania, that are rooted in central Pennsylvania, that help bring a cool element, that help enhance the community, and I just knew we got to be here. And every time I'm here, man, you said about the maintaining the kind of history and the architecture from when it was originally built, but also bring a modern twist to it, and it's unbelievable. And this doesn't do it near justice. It's a good initial teaser, but it's enough of a teaser for everybody at home to say, you got to come check it out because this place is unreal.
Thanks, man.
So talk about the future vision quickly around, right now you've got there's 3 floors available.
Correct.
But what would an ideal maybe future vision of this place be?
Yeah, so long term, I think, obviously the first floor stays pretty much the way it is with the weddings and events and the corporate gigs and stuff. Ultimately, I think our phase 2 is to convert the 3rd floor, which used to be residential when this was initially built as a residence in 1926, I believe. Convert that to like Airbnb or market rate apartments. Probably the Airbnb because it will play well with the weddings. And then really like a long-term goal would be to probably take the 2nd floor, which is where my engineering business currently lives, to maybe move that. That's down the road for sure. But then to recapture the whole 2nd floor, and then that becomes additional Airbnb, maybe even some additional event space. Then we are truly like a destination. So we're going to play that and kind of respond based on how our events are coming together. We get inquiries all the time. Can we stay? Is there a place to stay? So we know the market's there. So long term, hopefully that's 10 years, maybe it's 5, maybe it's 15, but it's out there. I think we're going to end up doing that for sure.
That's awesome. Again, you got to be here. The location, we were talking about that a little earlier. The location is almost second to none. Right on Front Street, you got river views. You got parking, adequate parking, which is huge for a venue like this. So you don't got to worry about city parking, street parking, and just a phenomenal space. So for those of us that are watching at home, that are seeing this space and saying, maybe want to check this out, what do I do? How do they learn more about the location? How do they get in contact?
Absolutely, yes. So our website, you Google Historic King Mansion. Actually, that'll show you a ton of pictures, but our website is kingmansionpa.com. We actually have a very nice 3-dimensional virtual tour that will take you through every single room that we just recently renovated here on the 1st floor. And through the website, will get you connected to our events team, get you in for a tour, come check out the building. We can get you information on pricing, different type of events that we do. You can certainly also find us on the Wedding Wire and the Knot. I think we're actually on some other wedding-specific sites, and we're all over social media. So Historic King Mansion, pretty much every social media platform we're out there. It's kind of hard not to find us. We're easily, our social media presence has really punched up lately.
That's awesome. I heard you guys are on TikTok now, and I think Marc does a couple dances in some of those videos.
If you can find those, send them to me. I might not have made those.
Well, thank you so much, Marc.
Thank you.
Everybody at home, thanks for tuning in. I can't say it enough. This is a venue to check out if you have any event, birthday party, corporate event, whatever it is, wedding. You got to at least check them out, see if they'd be a great fit for you, because it's an experience. We talked about that a little bit on the show, where you can't really describe it until you hear. You walk in and you're just, wow, this place is incredible. So you guys gotta, if you're thinking about an event, you gotta experience it for yourself. Get down here, check it out, and support what Marc's doing. Again, born and bred right here in central Pennsylvania, doing great things for our community, helping to give back, and it's great what you're doing. So thanks so much, brother.
Cheers, brother. Thank you, man. This was awesome. Thank you so much. Enjoyed it.
Everybody at home, again, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on another episode of the Central PA Shrimp Tank.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond.